Jason Ezell, president of Dataium, on how the OEM and the dealership can equally benefit from internet analytics that show how and why consumers are buying today.
Well, the dealer gets the benefit of all the data that we collect. The main people we work with are the OEMs, obviously, have been extremely interested in knowing what their consumers are doing. I'll come back to that question in a minute. So on the OEM level, the OEM sees it as, if I can know 3 months ahead of time what people are looking at for our particular OEM, then we look at production. Should I be building more white cars or fewer white cars? Should I put more blue vehicles in the Northeast and more white vehicles in the Southeast? So they're looking at production, distribution, marketing. For example, we found on a new Honda lead, the #1 car that was shopped prior to sending a lead on an Accord was a pre-owned Mercedes. Now, dealers weren't aware that this was their competitive vehicle. They were going after Toyota and Nissan buyers, when their largest buyer was a pre-owned Mercedes looker. So now a dealer can take that, maybe they advertise across town, put a billboard next to the Mercedes dealership. Maybe in their print ad they put a picture of Mercedes and Honda and say, you know, used car, new car. So there's all kinds of ways a dealer or OEM can take this data and say, what do we do with it? How do we best use this for what we're doing? That's on the OEM level. By collecting all that data and offering those reports to the OEM, the dealer gets the benefit of that data. So he can see then on a very in fact, the service for the dealer, the initial service, is free. So the dealer can see, of all the data we're collecting, how does that apply to you? What's going on your website versus what's going on in your region compared to what's going on in the nation.
How do they get this data?
The dealer has an online web interface, and it's actually a PC-based download, much like an iTunes.
Like an internet.
Exactly. More so like an application. For example, an iPhone app, or a download onto a Google Calendar download on your desktop. So they pop it open on their desktop, and it's a live feed from our service, so that they'll have for example, hot car of the day. What's the most searched vehicle in your area today? What are vehicles? What's the top 10 most searched vehicles? How do you structure your inventory to match what people are actually looking for instead of trying to guess? So the dealer gets a free download, a free desktop tool that allows them to pop it open and see canned reports, and also customized, specialized reports that they want to see. How do I stack up against my next biggest competitor? How do I stack up in my region? How do I stack up among similar OEM dealers? So they can compare themselves to other dealers or other areas where they've not had the ability before in the past.